Welcome to Blessed Hands by Lillian. This is Lillian. Tonight we're doing a Dollar General haul. Um, I want to say these were from two different times, but there are from at least 3 to 4 different Dollar Generals that I had to go to. First one I found was I want to do some orange and yellow concepts. Um, and they had this yellow and with an orange top. And I was able to find two. So I got two of those, and these were down to, I think anything that was $5 was down to $1.25, something along that fact. So I got two of these. Um, and I was looking for just things that I can just make a concept out of, make a basket or unbasket type deal. And I saw this bloom, and I said, okay, I can definitely make something with this one. And this was the same thing. It was a dollar 25, something to that effect. I saw these were in the dollar aisle, and they are makeup removers. It's 40 count, but it's a double set. It's of 80. So I got both of these because I did find um, the hand soap and the body wash that was that blue. And then when I saw this, I said, well, that's a perfect three-piece right there. Um, so at the time, I only got this one package of the blue and one package of the green, and I'm looking at the green going with the different things that I'll probably be doing um, with this set here that this could go with, or one of the um, one of the green sets like this. That's a perfect match for them. I could stop at the three pieces, or I can just add it on to some other concept. But they said that this was one of, at my store up the street, they said um, that was basically a um, a new item that they were going to be carrying, so I didn't have to worry about that one. Um, I got this one for 50 cents or 75 cents, one of the two. But I'm not really sure what's the deal with me and Dollar Generals. Well, as I said, I went to $3 Generals because I wanted to see what was 25 cents, what was 50 cents, what was 75 cents, what was a dollar. Those were the main ones that I wanted to look at. And I was able to get this box here that says Bloom with Grace, and the polka dot in the inside. And this one was 50 cents, I believe it was. And I think this one was 25 or 50 cents because this one is smaller. And this one just says Grow Together. So I was able to get them. Now they had more that were bigger than this. And it was 5 other ones. And I scanned them all. And it was strangely, each one was, even it was the set to this. There was a larger size to this actually one that says Life is Sweet. It was a bigger size to this. Every last one of them they rang up regular price, and when I scanned them, they scanned regular price. So I told them, I said, no, not when all these other ones, and I believe they were green dots, but they weren't on clearance. Yeah, they were green because this one is a green dot. So this one says medium gift box. Those were large. And I didn't end up getting them because they wouldn't reduce the price on them. So I said, no, that's fine. I don't want them. I got these for 50 cent. Got those for 50 cent. And give me 1 second. And I was able to I had already found 2 of these, this one. So I was able to find 2 more. And this time they were 25. I got them for 25 cents. And then I found this one and I got that one for 25 cents. I think it was 25 cents. 25 cents or 50 cents. So now I have 4 of the green ones and 2 of the ones that says hello that can go in a basket. We argued over these, and finally I had to talk to a manager. They had this one. They had 4 of this one, 1 of this, and 1 of this. This is the 5 Deep Breaths set collection. This was the calming formula with lavender and chamomile, and this one was eucalyptus and tea tree. They had no other parts to this one, but just this one, and I said, that's fine. It's chamomile and lavender. I can put that with anything. This one, it was just one set. In 2 different stores, they argued with me about these, because they went to tell me that these were originally $8 and I didn't know that. They were originally $8.10, and then they was clearance to $4.05, and that they weren't going any further. And I said, no, that's not what your sign says. Look at your sign. Your sign says 50%, take an additional 50% off what the clearance price says. I said, so if this clearance price says $4.05, then you need to give me this for $2 at least. And finally, I got a manager that came, that was coming in, because the young lady that was regular cashier, she was not doing it. So I didn't argue with her. I just said, by the time your manager come in, I'll be still in here looking around at stuff. And I stayed until the manager came in and was able to get them. And they gave me, instead of me doing, I think $2, he gave them to me like $1.50 each one, because I took all of those. Then I went to, I missed the candles for Walmart. I don't have a pop shelf, so I wasn't able to get those large candles for $1 that they had. And I really wanted some candles. I'm a candle person my own self. I love burning candles and the fragrances, but I was looking for candles, for my baskets and stuff. And I did manage to find a few at Walmart, and then I found those. I found, a lot of these, and then when I went back to see if Dollar Tree had any more, they had another version, and they were a little bit larger than this one, and those were all $3 or $5. I'm not sure, $3 or $5. They had no more of that particular one. That was $1.25. So when I walked in and I walked around and I said, the first Dollar General, there's some candles in this store, and I'm going to get them all if I find them. Well, I walked in and I walked around and I looked and I spotted, after watching somebody's video and one of the ladies that deal with the Dollar General, show you the Dollar General stuff. And she said, be on the lookout for Club 92. And it had a green diamond triangle, I'm sorry, underneath of it. Diamond triangle. Well, I saw a few up on this really, really high top shelf. And I kept saying, those look like the picture that she was saying. Well, I went and got this little young guy that worked there and asked him, can you take those down for me, please? So he took one down, and I took my phone and scanned it, and it said $2. And it was like 6 of them up there. I said, can you take all of them down and give them to me? And he took them all down, gave them to me. And when I got up to the register, the register did not ring these up as $2. I pulled out my phone, scanned the code, showed the man. I said, nope, I need a manager again. Bring him back out here. And they bought the manager came back out, and I said, nope, online, on your app, it says $2. Your thing says these are $4. I'm not paying $4. I'm paying $2 for all of these, and I'm leaving out the door with them. I'm not letting you tell me, no, we're not doing this time. So he overrode all of these candles. And then I found 3 small ones. And the small ones say $5 on them, and they weren't ringing up with the additional clearance price. And I said, nope, $1.25 and $2, and I'm taking all of them. So I ended up with all of these. So I said, well, I was going to another store, not a Dollar General, but there was a Dollar General down the street from where I was going. And I said, well, I'm going to go over there. I've never been in that Dollar General. Let me go over there. And my mission at that time was I was looking for some more candles. Well, I go in there, and sometimes some people don't need to work in customer service places. I went to ask the lady where was her clearance, where were their clearance stuff, and she went to tell me, well, whatever we have, it's over there. And I'm looking at her like, okay, did I offend her? Did I do something by asking about where the clearance stuff was? So I just said, never mind. I'll just walk around the store. This is a new store. I haven't been here before. Let me just walk around and find it my own self. Well, I walked around, and at this time, I'm looking up high on top shelves, and I'm looking all the way on bottom shelves. And I went over where the candles was, and I looked on this bottom shelf, and found some more of these, because I got 6 from my store. Well, these were on the bottom shelf, no sticker on them, but I remembered the fragrances that the lady had said. She said the jasmine blossom, the very vanilla cupcake. She said this one that had the sugar vanilla, and I had already knew about the blue and the yellow because I bought them at the other store. And I pulled out my phone. I grabbed all of them and put them in my cart. I pulled out my phone and I looked them up, and each one said $2. Well, I get up to the register after I've gotten some of the other things that I wanted. And mind you, this young lady was nasty already in the beginning. So I was like, okay, we're going to have some issues. But I said, no, we're not either, because she's going to give me all of these for $2. So she went to ring them up, and I saw this look on her face, and she said, where'd you find those at? And I said, on the shelf. Well, was they over there with the clearance items? I said, you mean the items that you didn't want to tell me where they were? I said, well, no, to answer to your question, no, these were not with over there with that section that said clearance. No, they were not with them. These were somewhere else. And then she wanted to know, was I going to get all 6 of them? And I kind of looked at her like, lady, can you ring my stuff up? I said, yes, ma'am, I'm getting all 6 of these. Can you ring them up? And so she rang them up. But then the green fresh bloom set, they had 2 spray mist and one of the body butter, and they ring regular. Actually, they ring $3.50 and $3.15. And I was trying to explain to her that those were clearance items and they're supposed to be an additional 50% off. She argued with me that it wasn't, and she couldn't give me those prices. All she can do was give me the $3.50 and the $3.15. And I was like, I'm not arguing with another person in another store. I'm just not doing it. And so I refused to argue with her on those items. I told her, just keep them, just put them back. You can have them. I'm not paying for them. Not when they're saying, and even showed her on my phone where they were $1.25, $1.15. She said no, she wasn't doing it. All right, no problem. I left that store and I got to another store. And when I got into this other store, I found these. And after I found these, I was ready to go home. I said, well, I got candles now. These were all $3.35, and I paid $1.50 for them. He charged me $1.25. I think the guy charged me $1.25 for each one of these. So it only had one yellow, which was lemon, but all of the rest of the green ones were eucalyptus and mint. So I took all of those. So when I got home, all in all, I had a nice variety of candles. And I said, that can hold me. I can make a lot of concepts with these. I probably won't be doing any like single ones by themselves because I don't have a whole lot to do that kind of thing with. I want to go ahead and use them in different concepts, instead of just using them loosely. But I had more than I might do a few with just that. But with the way of what I have, and I probably, this one that they have in this weekend, being that I took all of that they had, they could possibly have more somewhere else, but I'm not going out this weekend to fight with anybody for any more candles or any of that kind of stuff. I just, after dealing with them, I was like, I'm done with this. This is kind of frustrating. So in one of the stores, I had already bought a lot of these containers. I believe it was when it was buy one, get one half off. No, buy one, get one free. That's when it was. It was buy one, get one free. And which made them 50 cents, because a 2-pack is $1. Now these are the containers that I bought, all different colors, at Dollar General at Dollar Tree for my Mother's Day and for Valentine's. I bought a lot of these. When somebody, I don't even know whose video I was watching, but somebody was doing a haul of Dollar General and said that these were ringing up 25 cents. Well, I knew that while I was out here looking for those candles, that I needed to see if anybody's store had any more of these. And I went to one store. They didn't have any candles, but they had these, this 4 in the small size, that's 2 in a pack. But then they had all of these for 25 cents each. So I took all of they had, or everything they had. I just didn't get that really large one, because that one was $3. I forgot. But then they had this, and I got this one for $1. So I went on and got that. And then they had the Dolly Parton ones, and they were 25 cents. So I got those. And these were 25 cents. Yeah, I think these were 25 cents, and these were 50 cents. So they had 4 of this one and 3 of this one. So I went on and got all that they had in those. And I believe that is everything that I got from Dollar General. Oh no. No, it's not. I found this little piece that I'm gonna use as a basket. And I think this cost me like 50 cents. Because I think one of the stores I went in and I ended up walking out paying $13 and some change. And I almost want to say it's this one where these were 25 cents and 50 cents. Excuse me, and 50 cents. But I also found this wallet that didn't have a price on it. And then this one didn't have a price on it. And this one had a $3 price on it. And this one ended up costing me 75 cents or 50 cents. And the lady said she knew that these were more than this. So she gave me these 2 for $1 each. And I went on and took those. And then this one, I want to say, was like 75 cents or 50 cents was what she gave it to me for. So overall, my what I got at Dollar General was really, really nice, was really good. Oh, I did get one more item. Give me a minute. Let me go around the corner and get it. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm going to show the concept that I was thinking about when I saw these. Okay. I found these all for $0.25. Okay, you got that one and this one that matches. And then you have this one and this one that matches, and that's the green. Well, when we were all getting our stuff from Hobby Lobby, I found this set that had blue. One was blue, one was green, one was orange, and one was pink, and the pink was broke. But I have the orange and the blue and the green. So what I did when I was sitting there thinking about what I wanted to put together, I looked at this green candle I got from Walmart. I had gotten one of the first times Dollar General had the sale, and it was buy one, get one free. Yeah, buy one, get one free. They had this one in the orange, so I bought the two of those. And I looked at putting those with that. And then when I looked at doing that first. And then I saw that I had the Country Lemonade hand soap, and I was just looking at colors at the time. And when I saw this part and this, now I bought these a while ago, and these were the table decors. So I was looking at, let me move some stuff out the way for a minute. Okay, I was looking at bear with me for a minute. I'm trying to, so we can see it better. There we go. I was looking at that look right there. And because I found these, I was somehow trying to figure out how to present but I wanted you to be able to see him, to know that that's the same one that's in that cup. And then be able to put this, and it's almost like maybe using this green as a backer, and then they'll just have it for decorations. But I was looking at something along, and I'll have to get something to hold them all up, but I was looking at something along that line. So tell me what you think on that. What's your thoughts on how would you put these all together? But I thought that was a nice collection right there. And that was everything that was green. And then there was no, it would have been really nice if this was orange on the back, but it was not orange, it was yellow. So I looked at the same, almost the same concept with this one as the orange candle, the orange peach nectar, this cup, that piece for the backing, and putting that together with that one, even though it's not orange, but it's yellow, and there's the yellow there. So tell me what you think on that one and the other green one. And that's what I came up with far as thinking of a concept that I can use. This is Dollar General, this is Dollar General, this is Dollar General, and this is Dollar General. And actually the peach nectar hand soap came from Dollar General. Hobby Lobby is where the plate came from, and the orange stripe candle was Walmart. So though that's the concept that I was looking at with that. So give me your thoughts and tell me what you think about that one. I really enjoyed getting some of the stuff that I got in this haul. I really especially enjoyed the 25 cents and the 50 cents, and knowing that things that I was purchasing was $8 and $5, and they were 50 cents, 75 cents, $1.25, like that. But that's all the stuff that I found at Dollar General. And like I said, this sale that they are getting ready to have starting tomorrow, I won't be participating in any of that, in any of those this time, because I'm not sure if they have any more candles anywhere, and I just don't want to fight with anybody about prices on the fact that their stuff does not have the right prices and everything. I don't want to go through that anymore, so I'll quit where I am now, since to me I've gotten a good amount. So thank you for watching the video. Thank you for staying this long with me. Like the video, comment. By all means, comment, because I want some comments on that orange and the green. Tell me what your thoughts are on those. Share the video and subscribe to my channel if you're not a subscriber to my channel. And thank you again. Have a blessed evening, afternoon, or morning, whatever time it is that you're watching this video. Thank you, and bye.